This next slide talks about mechanical dead space. Again, this is somewhat of an old school thing, and we don't really do that anymore, but I've heard people say they ask questions about this pretty recently on the NBRC. So if we need to increase CO2, what we would do, you and me in the real world, if we needed to increase CO2, we would decrease tidal volume, decrease respiratory rate, something like that. But there's this theory, it's not a theory, I guess it works, but it's old school, is that if you just add tubing in between the patient Y and the ET tube, that adds dead space, which it does, but you're going to break the circuit, you're going to make a way for water to get in the tubing and that kind of thing. So decreasing tidal volume just makes more sense. But since they ask it on the NBRC, and it's in your book, one of the things that we do is we increase mechanical dead space. Increasing dead space increases CO2, and that way their CO2 can go up. So we use bore tubing. It's that 6-inch bore tubing, again, in between the patient Y and the ET tube. So more dead space, more CO2. You can remember that. There is some mechanical dead space that we're going to have no matter what we do. We're going to have the ET tube. Of course, that's dead space. Sometimes we'll cut the ET tube to be shorter. Make sure you don't cut it too short. You still have to make sure it's taped or secured. So instead of having an ET tube that's sticking out this far, maybe cut it back to about that far. We do that especially in peds and NICU to get rid of some of that dead space. Plus it decreases the weight, that tube hanging and pulling on the trachea, that kind of thing. If you use an HME, you'll have more dead space. MDI adapters, SPN adapters, all of those add dead space. We don't worry about it too much in adults, but you might see us do stuff with kiddos, like cut the ET tube or take out the HMEs, that kind of thing for them.